Hello civilians. Welcome back to our channel. And today we'll be discussing about the 5 things that entrepreneurs take for granted. So, let's begin. We as human beings take many things for granted, and entrepreneurs are no different. But we can't really blame them because our brains are wired this way so that we don't fret over trivial things and we can keep focusing on important stuff. But sometimes these so called trivial things make so much difference that it can disrupt our whole plan. So, here are some things which make a huge impact but entrepreneurs take it for granted. Number 1. Team. Since most of the entrepreneurs have their long-time friends as business partners, they don't think that this department can go south because friends can't betray you, right? Of course, they won't betray you. But in business, it's not all about trust and betrayal, and we learned that the hard way. Imagine you're working on your startup day in and day out, but then when you look at your friends or business partners, they are just slacking off or doing something which is totally irrelevant or completely unrelated to your startup. You can ignore it for one day, maybe for one week, but when it becomes a habit, then it's time to confront them right away because if you don't, then your startup will be doomed and the blame will be on you because you didn't stop them. Friends can be great team members and we are not denying it, but it's not necessary that they are also as passionate or visionary about the business as you are. And in business, until and unless you're not willing to give it your all, you aren't going to succeed no matter what. So it's better to make your expectation and roles clear because trust me, it will save you a lot of headaches later on. So never take your team for granted and don't just assume that they will be there for you because as we all know that the world of entrepreneurship is not for everyone. So make sure that you and your team, whether it's your friends, your partners, your employees or anyone else are on the same page as you. Number 2, money. This may not be relevant for everyone because we all keep an eye out for money, right? But it is for those who depend on outside funding for survival because it's like a gamble, you never know when an investor is going to back out. For example, an Indian search engine named Ask Me Bazaar collapsed because one of its major investors pulled out, causing the company to shut down its business nationwide. Now you know why you can't take money for granted and be merry because you never know which investor will lose their interest in you tomorrow. So always try not to liquidate much of your equity as it can hurt your business and it can also make your stake at the company almost irrelevant, which also makes you eligible for getting evicted from the company altogether in case of a conflict. Number 3. Market. This is the mistake that all the greenhorn entrepreneurs, including us, did. We think that the market is going to remain constant all throughout the year or maybe every time. But after the pandemic, which also caused the demise of our own startup, entrepreneurs are learning not to take the market for granted because you never know what is going to happen and when it is going to happen. All you can do is to make contingency plans and try to read the trends in the market and also to keep an eye out for international matters because it can affect your business either directly or indirectly. Number 4. Health. It's becoming a norm these days, thanks to the social media, that entrepreneurs work 18 to 100 hours a day, and if you don't do that much, then you are not meant to be successful. I mean, I get it, that hard work is very necessary, but the examples they give while saying these things are of entrepreneurs who were not surrounded by gadgets and gizmos. You get my point. In today's age, we have gadgets that can drastically lower our burden so that we don't have to grind for 18 to 20 hours every damn day and still create something of value because if we really go by the traditional way of entrepreneurship, the COVID vaccine would still be a dream. So don't let them fool you that only those who grind inhuman hours are entitled for the tag of entrepreneurs because now we have the technology on which we can rely on and if you work for long hours, you will put your health in danger which is not a good thing to do for a budding entrepreneur. But more often than not, many entrepreneurs do exactly that grind only to get burnt out in the end. That's why you shouldn't take your health for granted. Keep hustling, but be healthy as well. Now we have made a video about how to stay healthy as an entrepreneur. Do check it out. And now the last and fifth point, competitive advantage. Sometimes entrepreneurs invent something groundbreaking, which gives them the ultimate competitive advantage over their competitors in the marketplace. and they become the undisputed king of their respective industry. But sometimes they forget that they have to keep evolving because you just can't keep your edge forever. Someone will take over you, and to avoid that, you have to keep evolving and not take that competitive advantage for granted. For example, Blockbuster was enjoying full monopoly when it came to entertainment and DVD rental industry. They never thought that they will be outdone by a measly Netflix, but today here we are. Netflix is ruling the entertainment industry while Blockbuster is nowhere to be seen. The trick to be ahead is to keep an eye on the competitors and also on the alternative industries which cater the same audiences as you, because they can get ahead of you while you keep thinking one dimensionally. So, in order to be the undisputed king of your respective industry, you have to think multidimensionally all the times, because you simply can't rely on your competitive advantage forever. Everything ends after a while, so will your competitive advantage when its lifespan is over. Well, that was it for today's CiBillions. We hope that you liked our content. Do remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And thanks for being with us until the end. We'll see you in the next one, and thank you.